Got a powerful record coming up at number 32 on my fantasy playlist of July 25th, 2004, up one from 33. Excuse me. Excuse me. Still struggling with a chest congestion that I've been dealing with over the past few months. But let's go into this record. This should have been a big hit. Fefe Dobson, Bye Bye Boyfriend. This very talented woman from Canada. That's where she is from. She was born in 1985. She started putting out demo tapes when she was 11 years old, singing into a karaoke machine and then developing a demo tape and sending them out to record companies. She only put out about 2 albums. Well, actually, she did about 3, but her second album was not released by a record company, and I'll get into that in just a little bit of detail in just a minute. Bye Bye Boyfriend was a marriage of pop music and punk, a nod at grunge, a nod at 90s grunge. And it's just, she's very talented. She was not played here in the States. I just, I don't know what to say. I really don't. You know, particularly, there's always been songs over the years, past 50 or 60 years since the beginning of the rock and roll era that should have been hits. But that's been particularly the case the past 25 years as these FM top 40 stations have become wastelands. That's what they are, is wastelands of music. And I'm just going to get off my soapbox on that. The thing about that is that people like Fefe Dobson, they don't stand a chance. And she did it back in the 2000s, and she came out with some great records. Fefe Dobson, I've already mentioned that she's from Canada. Gosh, she's probably about, this is 2016. She's probably about 31 years old now. She signed with her first record company that she signed with was Jive Records, but what they did, they tried to manufacture her as just a pop star, and she just wasn't having it. She said, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm a rocker. I'm an angry female." Something of that nature. And she signed with Def Jam Island and Def Jam Records. She released her first album, which was self-titled, called Fefe Dobson. Bye Bye Boyfriend went to number 8 in Canada. Didn't do diddly squat here in the States. And I got to bring this to your attention right now. It's not too late to put Fefe Dobson on the map. It's not too late to make this song into a hit. I'm begging you. It's not too late in 2016 to make this song into a hit. Even if you're watching this video in 2022, it still wouldn't be too late to make this song into a hit. It still sounds fairly updated now. There were 3 singles off that album. There was Everything and Take Me Away. And then, oh my goodness, she worked on her second album. It was called, I believe it was called Sunday Love, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, it's called Sunday Love. And boy, she worked with some heavyweights on this album. She collaborated with Cyndi Lauper, Courtney Love of Hole, and a guy from Rancid. And she also collaborated with, oh gosh, I can't even, Joan Jett. Just rock and rollers. Punk. Man, it's punking out, man. But before the album was released, her record company terminated record contract. She was without a record company. But interestingly enough, though, Island re-signed her several years later, and she released her third album in 2010, which was called Joy. So about 3 albums she did in all, I believe. And, oh gosh, another good song that she did, Don't Go, Girls and Boys, back in 2004. Boy, I threw that one on the fancy playlist too. I think I got that one on the fancy playlist in 2004. It might have been later in 2006. Don't Go, Girls and Boys. This is actually more pop. This is definitely probably more radio friendly than Bye Bye Boyfriend. Bye Bye Boyfriend in some ways reminds me of Alanis Morissette's first hit called You Ought to Know. It's along the same line. It rocks. There's anger. There's some bitterness that's being funneled through the melody of this record. And she works within the confines of a pop record. Well, that's all I got to say. Man, I tell you. If you like this record by Fefe Dobson, man, just buy the thing. Put her on the map because she deserves it. She long deserves it. Fefe Dobson on my fantasy playlist at number 32. Bye Bye Boyfriend fantasy playlist of July 25th, 2004.